Sifka is a name that has become known over the past 15+ years in the cement industry for applications where superior strength and wear resistance is required to aid in longer run times and shorter outages. Sifka is registered, trademarked, and has been a patented product manufactured in precast shapes by Wall Refractory Solutions. Oscar Wall founded Wall Refractories in 1921 and began manufacturing high-quality mortars for the refractory industry. Wall's product lines have expanded to offer innovation in castable refractory technology and precast shapes. Today, our problem-solving approach is reflected in our name, Wall Refractory Solutions. Wall Refractories was the first company to use wire fibers to reinforce castables. It was this technology that led to the development and patent of Sifka, a wire-reinforced precast refractory that contains as much as 40% wire fibers. It is this wire fiber structure that is cast through an alloy cage that lends Sifka to be the product of choice for those who have tried it in many cement industry applications. The most common cement industry applications are nose rings, blaster nozzles, tertiary air dampers, tail rings, cooler curbs, and bull noses. One such customer tried their first Sifka nose ring in March 2005 and allowed us to inspect it after 24 months of use. Sifka has been installed in various wet and dry operations with and without multi-stage preheaters. This plant has a multi-stage preheater. After opening the kiln hood, some wear on the height of each block was noticed. Just a few locations were broken off where the block had come in contact with the kiln hood. The face of the blocks is where most of the wear is found, requiring installation of a new set. Over the past 5 years, many nose rings have been installed and come out of service between 18 and 48 months service cycles. Some contractors choose to hammer off the wire and slurry, but the Sifka structure shows its strength while under impact from a Brock 250 demolition machine. Look how strong the Sifka is while they try to remove it with 3,000 psi of impact. Most installations require the turning of the kiln 3 to 4 times as block are laid. The timeline is always dictated by other work going on during the installation of the Sifka nose blocks. This proves beneficial when there is no additional time needed at the end of the outage as required when a rotocast nose is installed. Lancing off the old castings or nose rings is always done along with some minor cleaning up of the kiln shell to create a good contact surface as required. Depending on the contractor and the working conditions, some standard rigging is set up to lift and set the Sifka nose blocks. After aligning the bolts embedded in the Sifka block with the kiln holes, heat-set mortar is used to close the gaps between the blocks. It is imperative that the brick have a good contact surface on the retaining ring and the back of the block. Any irregularity is made up on the front edge of the block in relationship to the kiln. The perfect setting of each block is important, even if the kiln holes have to be torched open slightly. After aligning the block and attaching the nuts to the bolts, the back of the nose block is welded to the steel retainer ring. Then the nuts and bolts are welded together to assure they won't back out. In some kiln situations, the last block is a special block called a key block. It requires a little extra attention as the nuts are welded to the shell and the block is bolted through the top surface. This makes for an easy installation as everything can be done from inside the kiln. In conclusion, all Wall Sifka nose block installations have proven to be a cost-saving solution. Our customers tell us with downtime costs on average of $10,000 per hour, a quick installation and longer run times saves them hundreds of thousands of dollars by using Sifka. That is why almost all of our new customers become repeat customers. So try Sifka in your next outage and save.